Today is your speaking test. Okay, so let's begin with part 1 questions. Please let me know your full name.
My name is Krishna Patel, but my friends and family also call me HK.
Okay. What does your name suggest?
My name actually means the feather of the peacock. The color of the feather is also hari, it means green, and peacock means violet blue.
Okay. So are you fond of colors?
My name suggests different thing, but I'm not really fond of colors. I actually like only black things.
Okay. Where do you reside in?
I actually live in Bhavnagar, which is the west side of the India.
Okay. Any famous things or places to visit?
The most famous thing about my city is the food. It's called Gantia, which is quite famous all over the world. It's actually exported into USA, Canada, and Australia as well for the quality and the taste. Other than that, the culture, the temples are also really famous in my city.
Okay. Are you working or studying?
Yes, I've been working since 6 years as a mechanical engineer.
Okay. And what makes your field so interesting?
The thing that the engineers usually do, use what you have to create what you need. It's the most important part of any engineer's life, and it also makes it really interesting as well.
Okay. Your area of interest?
My area of interest is generally design, but I studied thermal engineering as my master's. So my area went towards from designing to operation and maintenance of power plants, turbines, and utilities required in that plant as well.
Do you think designing and computer technologies has replaced paperwork?
You can never replace the basic requirements of any engineering field. The paperwork, the designing, the calculation are the base of any engineering. Yes, computer-aided design helps. It improves the quality, it reduces the time required. But the base is always pen and paper. Base is always imagination. Base is always calculation. So you can never replace it.
Are you having any kind of skill or talent?
I actually have a skill of playing very good video games. Nowadays there is a career in a professional video game. So you can play it on PC, you can play it on Xbox or different boxes as well. But it really depends on how you are. You've grown up. I've grown up in a conservative family where study is the most important part of my life. Any other hobbies or skills are not really required to develop life. So yes, I am skillful, but not really helpful in my career right now.
Okay. How people used to spend their leisure time before the technology?
The leisure time was never really a part of people before the technology because they were not really stressed. The work was to provide for your family, not to improve your life or not to improve your lifestyle as we speak. So people take rest, took rest for a couple of days, went to a temple, went to meet their family. But nowadays it has changed. People go outside, they go to beaches, they go to mountains, they want to spend time alone. They want to spend time life away from stress. So this is the change that has occurred.
Okay. How do you balance work and life?
My work and life are pretty much balanced. As my work is not that much hectic. I work 8 hours of the day. Then I come home. I spend my time with family. I spend my little time for my hobbies as well. I play a little cricket. I play a little video games as well. I like reading. I like music, but I listen to music while commuting from work to home. So this is how my work and life is also balanced.
Okay. And how do you usually spend your weekends?
I actually don't have that much time in my weekends because I have shift duties. It's not fixed hours. So I work 6 days a week and I usually have 24 hours between my two shifts. So I spend as much as time with my family. I take rest for my health as well. Other than that, I talk to my friends. As I said, I play some cricket, play some video games as well.
Do you own any pet?
Yes, I actually have a dog called Austin. He's a pug. Yesterday was his birthday. We celebrated his birthday with a little celebration and little joy as well.
Okay. And what are some benefits of having a pet?
The biggest benefit of having a pet is stress relieving. when you come home from work. As I said, I don't have that stressful life, but my wife has stressful work life as well. So whenever she comes home from the work, uh, she plays a little with my dog, also with my kid, and this helps a lot with her mental life as well. Other than that, we actually take care of him, so we have that much responsibility, and we can learn how to take care of our kids and pets as well.
Okay, fine. So here we conclude with part 1 questions, and now we'll move further with cue card round. Okay, you'll be given a cue card and a pen and a paper to prepare the notes for the given 1 minute.
Okay.
So here is your cue card. You can have a look at it,
Okay.
and you got the pen and the paper to prepare the notes.
Okay.
So your 1 minute preparation time begins.
Okay.
It's the end of your preparation time. Now you are given 2 minutes to speak. You may now start with it.
Okay. Since the beginning of the earth, everything as everyone has changed. Human life is not exception from it. Everyone goes through change, whether it is forced or natural. But this change is what brings the life together as we know it. I myself went through a change recently as well. I used to have a lot of anger issues. A little thing used to go to my head and crumble it. I used to get angry over my colleagues, my friends, or even my boss as well. If they change a little thing from my perspective, like they cancel the plan on last minute, or even change it a little bit. I used to be a lot of angry. So I did that anger brought nothing but misery and loneliness into my life. My friends started to get away from me. My family started to stay away from me. So recently, one of my close friends, suggested to control it using some meditation or yoga, physical exercise if I can. So I took that advice and started going to gym, which I used to go when earlier in my college days. This physical exercise brought a lot of healthy and happy habits in my life as well. I started with light exercise like running or cycling, and as the time went, I started putting more effort into it. So this exercise brought a calmer mind. My head is now much calmer. I think with cool head. I let my emotions go through me rather than opposing it, rather than restricting it with my point. Instead of sticking with my opinion, I let people let people explain their opinions to me. I started looking problems with their eyes as well.
Okay, fine. That is the end of part 2. Let me take it back. Now, we will begin with the very last part of the speaking, that is part 3.
Okay.
I'll ask you some of the follow-up questions based on your cue card.
Okay.
So, is your country changing rapidly?
Yes, my country is changing a lot. Right now, each and every country is changing, but I think my country is the biggest impact in the change of the world, whether speaking technologically or speaking culturally as well. As a lot of people are migrating from my country to other countries. They are changing, they are bringing their cultures here as well, which changes my country. The technology is increasing day by day. Technology is getting ahead of the life, which is a good part of the change in my country as well.
Do you believe that the changes your country went so far was positive?
My country has gone through a lot of changes since 1947, when the English released India from their caption, and I think each and every change has helped my country develop as well. So yes, it is.
Why is it difficult for some people to accept the changes?
The most part of the people's life they have spent with their family and their culture they have born in. They are not ready to accept other cultures. They are not ready to accept changes because they believe that these changes will bring a lot of problems in their life. These changes will change their culture as well. They will impact a lot in their thinking as well. So they are not ready with the change. They want to stay where they are. They want to grow up with their family rather than going out of their life, going out of their way to bring happiness or changes in their life.
Who do you think are more prone towards changes, adults or kids?
I think kids are more prone to the changes because, as we say, they born with clean slate. They develop as they are taught. They develop with culture around them. So if the culture changes, if the way of life changes, they change as well. But the adults are rather stick to their agenda. They stick with the way of life they were already brought up with. So they don't want to change. They are more comfortable and more restricted in their way of life. So yeah, kids are more prone to change.
Would you like to involve other people's advice while going for a change?
Yes, I would like other people's advice as well, because if I'm going through a change, I'm going to a place unknown. I might not know what is that place. I might not know what conditions are going to be there. So if someone is already going through their change, somebody who has already experienced in that change, I would like their advice so they can help me go through that change.
Okay. So here the speaking part ends. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.